Well, I'm having some major Ford Focus fun here. The reason the bumper's tore off is because I'm going to replace it with another one. The one I've got, the paint keeps chipping on. We'll head over this way here, I'll show it. Yeah, it got driven over by a pickup truck on the driver's side, and ever since then it started chipping. But I also got some more Focus news. The two of them that were on my yard are now scrapped, so I stripped the ZX3 I used to drive, and its bumper is now resting comfortably behind here. I was using the two of them as storage sheds, so now the debate is, do I put another shed here? I mean, I already got 6, so anyway, what can I say? I collect stuff. But anyway, so those two Focuses are gone, so I stripped the one, and so I got the bumper, got a whole bunch of engine parts, and the main thing I needed was the power steering pump, because the one on this car died. So here's my old power steering pump, which I'm going to try installing onto this. And so because of that, that's why so much of this car is missing. I just tore the AC pump off, broke one bolt off, had to use a fat chisel between it and the block to get it off. But yeah, if you have to replace a power steering pump on these cars, first gen Focus, yeah, it is no fun. You'll seriously help yourself out by tearing off the passenger side headlight housing that lets you get at it, as you can see there. And the other thing I've done, like I said, I took the AC compressor off, but this car, that was no problem because the AC didn't work, so it was flat as a pancake, so I didn't have to worry about Freon and all that. And the other thing I did was, get over here to show you, I removed the rad hose on that side. It's kind of a 3 thing. It's got 3 ends on it. So now I can actually, yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally must have hit the stop button on the video there. So to continue my line of thought there, by removing that lower rad hose, it gives you better access to the bolts holding the power steering pump to the block, as well as getting at the high pressure fluid line. Gives you a lot more wrenching room, so highly recommend it. So now I'm filming this later on, so I actually got the other pump back on now, so it's looking like everything's going to work okay. So my method of operation did work. Yeah, it didn't look so bad once you finally get the thing off, but time leading up to that tells a different story about what kind of a fun job it is, though. Yeah, lots of fun. I gotta backtrack a little bit. I did need a special tool. I had to make an 18mm flare nut wrench to tighten it up when it was on the car. I removed both those lines, the high pressure line, when it was off the car. But when it's on the car, you can't do it. The open end, you can't put enough force on the open end without stripping the nut or something. So 18mm flare nut wrench, homemade.